Welcome, race fans. We are here tonight. We got to welcome these brand new league here on MaxSpeedTV, Nora Truck Series. And they are at Dover tonight for their first race. And we're proud to be part of the team here and see what we can do to cover these guys here each and every week. So glad you could tune in tonight. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video and hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here. We'd appreciate that. Right now, Joshua Sousey at the top of the leaderboard. In case you guys are wondering, the R beside their name or the O. The R means they are a rookie, and the O means that they are the operator points. They're in the operator's points. Or owners points, my bad. Owners points. All right, let's look at coming up later tonight. I do believe they should be going live here shortly. Extreme Motorsports 99 ARCA series, or they may already be live. And tomorrow night, tune in for the Extreme Motorsports 99 Truck Series. That'll be live right here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, we got a lot to talk about here about the weather because, oh my goodness, look at that wind coming out of the southeast at 26 miles an hour. That's going to make it very difficult for these guys. They were saying coming out of turn 4, the truck wants to just go all over the place. So I don't know how they're going to deal with that. Air temperature 72 degrees, track temperature 85 degrees. They're doing 200 laps here tonight. That's 200 miles on this 1 mile oval. And I'm guesstimating these here about 50 to 60 laps on the tires and fuel as well. Because I know sometimes they get a little bit better fuel. And since they've changed a lot on these trucks, I'm not really up on a lot of what the changes have done as far as fuel mileage and all that. So, but I will get to it as we go on here through the season. 35 mile an hour pace speed down pit road. And let me tell you, folks, that is a grueling 35 miles an hour. You have no idea. You'll see them guys just creeping down 35 miles an hour down that pit road, and everybody else is going by at 170. You know, it's just grueling, but that's the pace speed here at Dover. So just watch that wind. Boy, that wind is going to be atrocious. Oh my gosh. Well, I was talking to some of the drivers here a little while ago. I know a few of them. Of course, I know Josh Conover. I know him. I didn't know his brother was in here. I know Joshua Sousey. Dalton Tucker, I think I'm familiar with him. Mark Arthur and I've been friends for, oh my gosh, a long time. We were just talking about that briefly here, probably about 7 or 7.5 years, I think him and I've been friends. So Joey Stats, I know him. There is a few people in here that I do know, but I will get to know these guys as the season goes on. I'll get to know a lot of these guys in here. So good to be here with these guys, and we are on Discord. Now, this will be my first ever attempt to broadcast from Discord. When I first got Discord, I could not get it to work. And just in the last probably about 2 months, it was something that they updated or whatever that was not locking up my soundboard. And I had absolutely no sound on my computer. And the only way I could get it back would be to completely restart my whole computer. So, well, anyhow, without further ado here, let me see if I can get Josh up here and talk to him a little bit. Let's see what he's got to say. Maybe I can't move him. Why can't I move him? I guess I can't move him. Nope. Okay, hold on a minute. Technical difficulty. All right, we did get Josh Conover in here. Josh, talk a little bit about tonight's race at Dover. How are you guys going to deal with that 26-mile-an-hour wind?
It's going to take a lot of finesse, that's for sure. From what I've seen so far, it helps you coming off a 2, and it actually, depending on how hard you charge the corner and get your speed up, through the center, you'll actually break a little bit loose on exit, and then middle of 3 coming to the exit of 4, you start plowing. So like I said, you're just going to have to be patient, and it's a long race, for trucks obviously, but
Right.
you're guaranteed your stage caution. So to me, there's really no point to push too early, but you never know sometimes.
Yeah, and stage cautions are 50-50 and 100. Is that what it was? No, 25-25
Yeah,
and 100.
50 and then 100. And then
Lap
the final
50 and then
stage will
lap
be,
100. Okay.
yep.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I gotcha. So we know, I'm on the same wavelength here. Okay, so I mean, you're saying that there is some push out there. So how do you deal with that? Is it going to be a different lifting point than what you're used to? Is it going to be a different throttle point than what you're used to? How are you going to deal with that?
I know me personally, I ran a couple of like the C6 this past week, and it's like you said, it's definitely different. I know 1 and 2, I can attack way harder now because of that wind, almost using it as like a crutch, but 3
Right.
and 4, me personally anyway, I'm having to lift a little bit sooner, maybe drag the brakes some to kind of get it to the bottom and kind of wait on it to pick the throttle back up. But I'm
Yeah.
sure you're going to see a bunch of different, attacking, like how people attack it.
Right.
So it'll be interesting for sure.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, Josh. Continue your practicing and your driver's meeting. Good luck out there tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right, maybe we'll see if we can get one more up here before they get going. How about let's get a word in if I can. Well, now it's gonna not let me do this again. What the heck? Yeah, it won't let me do it again. What the heck here? There it goes. Kind of weird. All right, got Dalton Tucker in the booth. Dalton, you're at the top of the leaderboard. You got a copy?
I got you, man.
Wow, man, how are you able to deal with that wind blowing like it's blowing out there? 26-mile-an-hour winds.
Wow, I didn't even know it was that high.
Well, they're saying that it seems like it's a help in 1 and 2, but really makes the truck a handful in 3 and 4. Are you experiencing that yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I just didn't know why. 1 and 2 is really fast.
Yeah.
You want to keep it at the bottom. You can carry a lot of speed. And 3 and 4 is complete opposite of that.
So what's your plan of attack for tonight? You going to try to maybe ride in the back, or you're going to get right out there and get the pole and try to grab the pole and lead the race?
I think the safest place would be up front. So I'm going to try to qualify as good as I can and try to stay up there.
Well, that might be a good call. So, all right, Dalton, well, I'll let you go, brother. Good luck out there. And you might need it here tonight with all that wind.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so there you got a couple of different ideas what they're going to do out here. Dalton says he's going to try to take the pole and see what he can do from there. He thinks that maybe being out front might be the ticket here tonight, and it very well could be, because I think clean air is going to be mean a lot with this high wind like this. Clean air is probably going to be king for, well, pretty much any car in iRacing. Clean air is the best. So, but we'll see what these guys can do. Well, folks, we're just about ready to step away here and play the national anthem. We'll be back right after that with qualifying. So stay with us. Stay tuned.
so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran past, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, in the
All right, we're back, folks, and it looks like the guys are just now getting out on the track for qualifying. So let's see who can grab the pole here tonight. See if who was that I had up here? I forget now. Had him up here and talk to him a little bit about that. See if he could grab the pole. But he was thinking it may be starting toward the front. Dalton Tucker, maybe starting toward the front might be the ticket here tonight, but we'll see. Joey Stats top of the leaderboard right now. Nathan Shiflett, Tyler, and that's changing as these guys continue. But boy, what a lap Joey Stats laid down there. Mark Arthur to second. That's some nice looking trucks out here tonight. Golly, man. Really nice looking. Yeah, so far it looks like Joey Stats might be the guy to beat out here. I don't know. Oh, Josh Conover to the top of the leaderboard. Taking that pole with the number 3. Very nice. Knocked Joey Stats off the podium there, or off the pole. Joshua Sousey going out, seeing what he can lay down here. He comes in second on the leaderboard, just under Josh Conover by 25 one-thousandths of a second on his first lap. And it looks like he is going to be a one and done right there. So one lap for Joshua Sousey to start on the outside of the front row. A few other gentlemen going out here. Let's see. Got a couple of minutes left, just enough time to turn in a couple of laps here. Nice looking McDonald's there. McDonald's car and the Dalton Tucker truck. That's a mouthful. The Dalton Tucker truck. Let's see if he can grab that pole. He might just do it for quickest in practice. See what he can do here for laying down a qualifying lap to get that pole position. I'm just curious to how these guys are going to deal with that 27-mile-an-hour wind. That's going to be atrocious for these guys. Some guys may be able to deal with it. Other guys may struggle with it, but we'll see what they can do. Dalton Tucker comes in second. Only 11 one-thousandths of a second off of Josh Conover. He might be able to do it. Coming around here, his second lap. Let's see what he can do. Just about enough time here. He was loose coming off of the corner, off of turn 4 right there, and did not grab the pole, but he will start on the outside of the front row next to Josh Conover. Joe Burkett out there right now trying to lay down a lap. He's got barely enough time here to get his laps in. Let's see what he can. He comes in 19th on his. I guess he's a one and done too. Trevor Ropolo in the 51. If I'm saying that wrong, Trevor, I apologize. If I am, just correct me. Looks like Ropolo to me. And he's fourth on the leaderboard right now. Let's see if he can better that time coming off of turn 4. Just made it to the line, but not enough to better his time. All right, so that'll wrap up qualifying. Let's get down here to the grid. MaxSpeedTV starting grid here. Josh Conover does take the pole, the 22.214. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Dalton Tucker will start on the outside of the front row there in second. Joshua Sousey in third. Trevor Ropolo in fourth. Bruce Ackerman fifth. Joey Stat sixth. Mark Arthur comes in seventh. Martin Plute will be eighth. Torn Shirts in ninth. And Blade Timmons rounds out the top 10. In 11th, Alex Edelman will start in 11th there. Nathan Shiflett in 12th. Randy McCanny will start 13th. Tyler Hargrove in 14th. Shane Weinmiller will start 15th. Adam Tevis will start in 16th. Joshua Mayu in 17th. Dustin Hall will start 18th. Joe Burkett 19th. Keegan Bitzer, I guess it is, will start in 20th. Davey Hendricks in 21st. Garrett Cobb 22nd. Trevor Baker 23rd. Mark Bremkamp will start 24th. Colin Hudson 25th. Thomas McMullen will start 26th. Todd Schneider 27th. Jake Boyer 28th. Jackson Trina, I guess, will start 29th. Jason Conover back in 30th. Brian Jones 31st, the last one to take a qualifying time. First one to not take a qualifying time will start 32nd, Joshua Bank. Brian Powell in 33rd, Chad Engel 34th, and rounding out the field, 35th position is Corey Danielson. All right, rolling out. Well, thank you again for joining us here tonight, folks, for the Triple Truck Challenge, race number 2 here for the Nora Truck Series. Always good to see these guys out here, and some of these guys I haven't seen in quite a while, but some of them I know quite well. Let's see how they can do here tonight at Dover with that 26-mile-an-hour wind. I don't believe that's changed. Let's take a look at it. 26-mile-an-hour wind. Wow, man, that's going to be rough to handle. Let's see who can do it. First stage, lap 50. We do run stages, so lap 50 comes, we'll be on the first stage. All right, looks like the pace car heads in. Josh Conover ready to get them going.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, there's a green flag. We're underway here at Dover tonight. Everybody gets up to speed here. Might take a lap or so to get everybody figured out here. Let's see what they can do. We've got about 30 cars or 30 trucks out there on the track right now that are racing. We got a few well, I guess there's a couple there that joined in a little bit late, but 31, I guess. 31 drivers on the track. Conover going to lead the first lap. Dalton Tucker in second. I was kind of wondering how long it was going to take for Dalton to get up there and challenge Josh Conover. Dalton was fastest in practice, been able to figure out how to deal with that 26-mile-an-hour wind. And it seems like turn 4 is where they're really feeling it, much slower in turn 4, as Dalton got a great run out of turn 4, and he's going for the lead, and he's going to get it. Conover led the first lap, got that bonus point that he needed, and gave it up to Dalton Tucker. But Joshua Sousey gets by and goes into second, so Conover goes back to third. Very good. Mark Arthur back here in 8th place, losing 1 position since the start. Blade Timmons picking up 1 position. And there's a little bit of a battle here between these 3 here, Torn Shirts and Nathan Shiflett. These 3 battling pretty close to one another. We could see some passing going on, possibly right there. But Dalton Tucker in heaven right now. He's out front leading this thing. Very good. And it looks like Joshua Banks got off to a late start. So did Joe Burkett. So 32 drivers on the track. Couple of them a lap down now, being they got a late start. So that's going to be some lap traffic that these guys are going to have to deal with starting right out. See him just ahead of the leader. I believe that is Joe Burkett. No, I'm sorry, that is not. That's Josh Bank. Yeah, we'll be watching him because you can see the leaders coming up on him really quick here. Josh not quite up to full speed, or at least not as fast as Dalton Tucker is. Let me put it that way. Not quite as fast. So we'll be keeping an eye on him. Sousey, second place, but has fallen back off of Dalton Tucker. Tucker out there in that clean air right now, taking advantage of it. So very good. Dustin Hall now 18th place. Got a little bit of work to do to get up there and lead some laps, but they want to try to, the whole goal is to try to stay on that lead lap. Now, back at the back of the field, Jackson is in 30th place, and he's already about a half a lap behind the leader. So that's, he's got to pick it up a ton here. Sousy unable to get too awful close to him up there, but he is coming. They're coming up on that lap truck there of Joshua Banks, but I don't know how they're going to deal with them, whether Josh is going to be able to hold them off until the first stage. I don't know that for a fact, but he may. He just might. He seems like he's picked up his speed just a little, able to stay ahead of the leader right now to keep that one lap down. Trevor Roppolo in fourth place, right where he started. Nobody's really changed positions that much. Maybe a one or two position up or down, but pretty good racing so far. Everybody seems to be minding their P's and Q's, just trying to get some of these laps chewed up. It's a long race here tonight, folks. 200 laps. Joey Stat. Watching Joey here to see if he's got anything for these guys. Bruce Ackerman in between them. He's got to be thinking about, I wonder how much that aerodynamics is playing a factor right now in why these guys are really having difficulty passing. This is a kind of a thing that you got to think about when these guys are out there running. They want to make a pass, but how difficult is it to make that pass? And don't forget, they've got that 26-mile-an-hour wind to deal with in 3 and 4. They said it's really worked in their favor in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 it doesn't. So we'll keep an eye on them. Mark Arthur, 7th place. Mark, pretty familiar with these trucks. I've seen him in other truck races, and he's always done a very good job. Oh man, Torn Shorts just caught right up to him in the corner right there. Mark might have got a little tight. That wind really seems to play a factor in 3 and 4. And again, he seemed to got it all right that time. A little bit better. Martin Plute sitting in 9th place. He started 8th, but only lost 1 position. I love that paint job on there with the chrome number on the side. That is really awesome looking paint job. I love it. Skittle. There you go. Skittle. Nice looking paint job. Right behind him, Blade Timmons and Nathan Shiflett. Those three have been together for quite some time now, since the drop of the green flag. Been battling each other, the three of them. And I don't see, like I said, I don't see a lot of passing going on right now. Just the guys kind of taking it easy. There we go. Mark Bremkamp got around Brian Jones now, or excuse me, Jake Boyer got around him. And now Jake Boyer, Mark Bremkamp's going to go back around him. Or attempting to, anyhow. Yep, Boyer goes back, and he's going to lose possibly another position there. That was the lap truck of Joe Burkett. Joe trying to get up to the front, maybe get his lap back the old-fashioned way, huh? All right, so all but 1 lap has been led, or maybe a couple laps, I guess, by our leader here, Dalton Tucker. So great job by him. Josh Conover led the first 2 laps. And he backed off and let Dalton Tucker go. Josh Sousy got around him, and now he sits back in 3rd, riding it out here. About 2.5 seconds behind Dalton Tucker right now, the leader. Well, again, folks, I wanted to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Very cool to see a brand new league here on MaxSpeedTV, and I really appreciate if you support these guys. They're a good bunch of guys. I know some of them, not all of them, but I will learn them. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with the racing that these guys are doing and what they're having to deal with out here tonight with that 26-mile-an-hour wind. That's got to be pretty atrocious. Oh, okay, Chad. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, 3 of you doing race control. That's pretty cool. All right, well, we're coming up on the halfway mark here to the first of I guess you call it 3 stages. Yeah, because they go lap 50, lap 100, and then the final stage is 100 laps. So I guess technically 3 stages. But, okay, what? Oh, okay. Somebody blinking there. I just seen somebody blink out. I think it was Trevor Ropolo. Bruce Ackerman. Look at this. All over Ropolo. Excuse me, Ropolo. Trying to figure out a way to get around him. Let's ride along with Bruce here for a minute. Check out what he's seeing. All right, looking pretty good. These guys are really doing a good job. I am super impressed here. Trevor Ropolo looks to the inside of Josh Conover. Josh is going to go back another position, goes back to the 4th position. Maybe just kind of pacing himself right now, saving those tires. It's going to be pretty critical, I do believe. I think that's going to be a very critical thing for these guys to do, is save them tires. Joey Stats in 6th place. And Mark Arthur still hanging on in 7th. He's got some serious company right behind him, though. Blade Timmons all over the bumper there, Mark Arthur. Serby counting for Mark Arthur to win tonight, huh? Well, he better get busy. No. Yeah, I know how Mark races. He's kind of pretty patient. And I think patience is going to be a very, very important key here tonight. Patience. Yes. Back in the field here, Alex Edelman and Tyler Hargrove. These two racing each other. And are we looking at possibly a pass here by Hargrove? He seems to be sizing up Edelman here pretty good. He's got a good run on him. Just not quite enough to get there to the inside, but he is taking a look. He's studying the situation over very carefully and seeing where he's faster and where he is not. And boy, I'll tell you, there's quite the pack of trucks here, guys. I am telling you. Josh Mayu coming from 17th to 12th. So there is some passing going on mid-pack here. Behind them, 95 there, Alex Edelman making a pass on to Davey Hendrick. I always say, and you guys that tune in here quite regularly on MaxSpeedTV, I always say, it seems like the best racing is usually about mid-pack. Those are the guys that are fighting the hardest to get to the front. They're good racers, and they're just, really, really trying hard to get to the front. So that usually always produces some great racing. Mayu stuck in the middle here, trying to get by Adam Tevis. Tevis. I'm not sure how you say that. I'm sorry, Adam, if I'm butchering that. Please let me know how to say that. I would appreciate that very much. Martin Plute just ahead of him. Martin's been hanging right on in 10th here since he dropped from 8th back to 10th in that Skittles car. But he'll get there, no doubt. Mark Arthur picks up a position, goes into 6th place now, passing up Joey Stat. But nobody's had anything for Dalton Tucker so far, and he's pulled away by over a second, coming up on a lot of lap traffic up ahead of him. And it's going to be kind of anxious, or kind of curious to see how he's going to deal with all this lap traffic. the 078 there ducking down. That's Thomas McMullen. Thomas about ready to go a lap down. I'm sure that's not what he had in mind, was to go a lap down, but if he can hang on there and doesn't get passed by any of the other lap cars, he would be the wave by after the stage caution. All right, so Thomas Mullen does go a lap down. Dalton Tucker did clear him, and Dalton's still trying to catch up with Joshua Banks just ahead of him to put him 2 laps down. Golly, man, that's something you don't want. You don't want to go 2 laps down. That's hard to make up, and especially at a track like Dover. But the way Dalton's running tonight, man, I just don't know if anybody's got anything for him or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see as time goes on tonight. All right, coming to 11 laps to go before we get the first stage. Guys, everybody will come to pit road and freshen up them tires, get the 4 Mr. Feel Goods on that thing, and for a full tank of fuel, we'll be off for the second stage. Second stage will be another 50 laps. And then the final stage will be 100 laps. So that'll equal the 200. All right. And he is going to pass up Mark Bremkamp. And Mark Bremkamp goes a lap down. And now he's setting his sights here on Garrett Cobb. Garrett Cobb, next one to go a lap down. And he is putting a bunch of people a lap down. And he's out there 1.3 seconds ahead of Joshua Sousey. Sousey doing a pretty good job there in the Doritos truck. Garoppolo still in third, quite a ways behind. Bruce Ackerman, Josh Conover, and then, of course, Mark Arthur. Blade Timmons has kind of backed off of Mark a little bit there. Joey Stats, Nathan Shiflett, and Josh Mayu. Josh Mayu back here 10th place. The guy that, I think he's one of our biggest movers out there right now, picking up 7 positions since the drop of the green flag. That's pretty impressive. On a track that's been, pretty difficult to pass on, he's wound up passing up 7 cars to get there. So, very good job. All right, Tucker taking 7 laps to go to the first stage here, folks. All right, let's make that 6th lap. Sousey still 1.5 seconds behind and dropping. As more and more guys go a lap down. Jake Boyer just went a lap down to the leader. Jake started 28th, is up to 24th, but now he is a lap down. And looks like the next one's going to be Keegan Bitzer. But I think we're probably going to get to the stage before Keegan goes a lap down. Dalton's like about a straightaway behind him. And he's dealing with the lap car here of, that is Joshua Banks, which is 2 laps down just ahead of him. And Joshua just definitely does not want to go 2 laps down. All right, 4 to go for the first stage. Yeah, I like that, Nick. Yep, time to clock in and go to work, Mark. You got it. I've watched Mark race for years, and he's a good racer, man. I'll tell you what, I'm not taking anything away from any of these other guys because they all seem to be very impressive. And look at this, Mark Arthur going for 5th place as he gets around Josh Conover. So I think he just clocked in and went to work. How about that, Nick? He must have heard you say that. All right, 2 laps to go. Actually, I think they throw the caution after they take the lap 50. I guess that's how it works. They'll probably have to wait till a certain amount of cars cross the line. But he will get the caution lap here. He's still trying to pass a Joshua Banks. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though.
Caution, yellow flag.
And there it is. There's the first stage, and Dalton Tucker does grab the first stage. So very good. Good job by him. And we'll get a chance to get down here and talk to him. I wanted to talk to him after they make their pit stops. We'll get a chance to talk to Dalton and congratulate him on the first stage win. But yeah, big job right there, man. That was very, very awesome how he did that. Yes, sir. So congratulations to Dalton Tucker. I'm sure these guys are every one of them, boy, they're all going to have to come to pit road. You know, the longer they go on the tires, sometimes the better the truck feels. So, you know, they may not be, sometimes they really don't want new tires. You know, they can run a lot longer. But this track with the concrete surface really does take a toll on them tires. But it didn't seem to affect Dalton at all. I don't know, man. He just was on it here tonight. Very good job. Let's see what he's got here. I'm sure everybody's gonna do a 4-tire change. It's way too early in the race for any 2-tire changes to see if that's gonna improve their track position or anything, because guys are just gonna drive around them on this concrete surface. It's just very abrasive surface. It just grinds the rubber right off of them tires. All right, whenever he comes out, I'm gonna see if I can get him up here. I gotta find him first. They're in about 50 different rooms here. There we go. I'm new to this. I'm new to this. Uh-oh. I may be in trouble here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I can't figure out how to get them up here. Yeah, I can't get them up here. Doggone it. Oh, well. Well, anyhow, congratulations to Dalton Tucker for grabbing the pole, and he does come off pit road first. So, I don't know. I'm not sure why I can't drag him up here. I ain't figured that out yet. The only thing I could do would be to go down there maybe and talk to him. Let me see if I can do that. So hold on a minute. All right, we did catch up with Dalton. Dalton, congratulations on stage 1 win. Boy, it didn't take you only but a couple of laps to get around Josh Conover there and take over the lead, and you never looked back after that. So tell me what the truck felt like once you got out in clean air.
It felt good for maybe 10, 15 laps, and then it just kept getting tighter and tighter. But I was pushing pretty hard, so tire wear definitely went away pretty early.
Well, I could about imagine, man. It's just something that I know everybody out there is having to deal with that. I do get that, but holy smokes, man. Good job out there. Truck looks very fast, so we wish you the best of luck in stage 2.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, very good. So congratulations to him. And we're getting set up here to go live one more time here for the restart of stage 2. Another 50 lap stage, which is kind of shortened by the caution, but still going to be some good racing though. Starting on lap 55, and we're looking for stage 100, lap 100 for the second stage. Good racing, no cautions. Wow, that was pretty amazing. But now we're all bunched up again here, folks, so that could change. We'll see how this all goes now. Trevor Ropolo's up there with him, Joshua Sousey, Bruce Ackerman, Mark Arthur now into the top 5. So let's see what happens now on this restart. Pace car heads in for the second time today, and Dalton is the loud pedal.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green flag. We're underway here. Boy, what a hole shot he got just by jumping that green flag. And Joshua Sousey quickly into second. Clears Trevor Ropolo. Very good job. Too wide back here. We got Blade Timmons getting around Nathan Shiflett. Making that pass look kind of easy, but here comes Shiflett back on the bottom, trying to make another pass on him. Got to be awful careful that truck doesn't drift up into him. He got a little tight coming out of the corner. Wasn't able to make that happen. Very good. Joey Stats, 8th place. Keeping an eye on Joey tonight. I've known Joey for a long time too, and great racer right there. So let's keep an eye on Joey Stats and his progress tonight. Already a 0.6 of a second lead for Dalton Tucker over Joshua Sousey. Great job, man. That truck's on rails here tonight. I think clean air is going to be a big thing here tonight. Yeah, he made it to the top 5 there, Serby. Great job, man. Oh, I know Mark. He is no slouch. And here he goes, looking for the 4th position. And he gets it. Drives right around Bruce Ackerman. Great job. Nice pass. Yep, he's moving his way forward now in this second stage. I think the first stage was waiting for some rubber to get laid down on the track. I think that's what it was. It'll be a whole lot better out there once they get a little bit more rubber laid down out there. And I'm still kind of curious of what this wind is doing. Let's check out, see what the wind's doing now. Still 26 mile an hour. Oh my gosh. It's a steady 26 too. Track temperature still 81 degrees, so that's not really all that hot. Blade Timmons in 6th. Shiflett went back to 7th now. Davey Hendricks still hanging on in 8th. Joey Stats in 9th. And Joshua Mayu in 10th. He still has not moved forward any more than picking up them 7 spots since the start of the race. So this is quite the pack right here of cars, trucks. Let me say truck. Thank you. There behind him, Randy McKinney. And that's got to be an interesting view from on board him. I'm telling you, looking at these guys, you got to see them. The guys they're like having to lift a lot more in 3 and 4 than they are in 1 and 2. Just from that 26 mile an hour wind. Looking good though. Guys are doing an amazing job right there. All right, back up front, Dalton Tucker still showing the way. Now 1.4 4-second lead over second place. Folks, I don't know. I'm hoping we're having some thunderstorms here tonight. We had some the other night too. Last night, I take it back, and I wound up, we lost our electric for 2 hours. So I'm hoping that does not happen tonight. If I lose you, I will try to get back just as quickly as I can to complete this race. So I apologize ahead of time. Just bear with me. I'm hoping that we don't lose our power or internet or anything tonight. Right now it's kind of bouncing a little bit, so we'll see how things go. But the thunderstorms are just about right on top of us right now. It could be a very interesting evening. Mark Arthur into 4th, Bruce Ackerman 5th. Looks like Joe Burkhart or Burkett went to pit road. Yep. And Colin Hudson took a behind the wall as well. So, yeah, we got some guys that are already taking a behind the wall. Blade Timmons going backwards. I don't know what happened to Blade's truck, but he just lost about 2 positions right there in one corner. My guess is he probably got really tight in the corner and could not, or it got loose, extremely loose on him. All right, and they're passing up there the lap truck. That is Thomas McMullen, and he's actually kind of holding up traffic there. He gets out of the way, and Joey Stats, boy, that was a close call because Joey's got a lot of trucks behind him. That could have been a really terrible situation right there, but it all saved right there by Thomas getting the heck out of the way. It looks like he may be coming to pit road, I do believe. Yeah, he's on pit road now, so Thomas McMullen, pit road. Sousey still 1.5 seconds behind the leader, Dalton Tucker. Well, folks, I think it might be just about that time for a little crank it up. Let's do a little crank it up here. What do you think? All right, watching Joey Stats coming up on Blade Timmons. That could be a pass for that position right there. Blade's in 8th place. Joey Stats wants that, kind of closing the gap on him a little. And I gotta say, man, Joshua Sousey's doing everything he can to try to stay with Dalton Tucker, but he just cannot seem to keep right up with him at the moment. That doesn't mean that, you know, things may not change in the near future. But we've been caution-free. If you're just joining us here, folks, we've been caution-free the whole way. 77 laps they're on. And we're about, what, 24 laps away from the second stage. Let's go back here. Josh Conover. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Josh is blinking. Uh-oh, that's not good. Torn shirts, 16th place. I like that name, Torn Shirt. Behind him, Martin Flute and Alex Edelman. Edelman looking to the inside. This will be a pass for 17th position. Edelman trying to get back toward the front. And he goes into 17th. Very good. Nice pass. Yeah, I don't think something's going on with Martin Flute's truck right there, because here comes another one up on him, Brian Jones. Brian gonna pass him for that position too, so Martin Flute going backward. Well, they've been out here about 28 laps right now on these tires, so they're past that 10-lap window where they really feel good, you know. And once you get past that feel good stage, then it's just, you got to just learn to change your throttle points and everything. So again, thank you all for joining us here tonight for the National Oval Racing Association here, NORA. And you can find them on Facebook, YouTube, and I do believe they have a Facebook page. Yeah, Facebook page. Yeah, Facebook and YouTube. So, oh, Mark Arthur lost that position back to Bruce Ackerman. Mark might have got a little tight in the corner there, and he lost that position that he'd gained from Bruce Ackerman. So he's back to fourth. Ackerman now up to fourth again. Ackerman starting to close in on Trevor Roppolo. He's really not too awful far away. See him just up ahead of him there. He's starting to close that gap a little bit. Oh my gosh. Oh, lap traffic getting awful tight. Whoa, man, that was close. He almost got into the back of Todd Schneider. Schneider now in the U-Haul truck back here, 28th position. He's running 2 laps down, and he's got a lot of damage on that truck too. It looks like he's got some on the front and the back. That Toyota truck's got some serious slowdown power right now. That wing on the back looks like it's, the spoiler looks like it's a big parachute sticking up. I don't know. He could be really having some difficulty with that car right now. We got a lot of guys 2 laps down right now. Holy smokes. Garrett Cobb, Jake Boyer, Todd Schneider, Jackson Trin, and Thomas McMullen is 5 laps down. So, a lot going on back there. Joshua Sousey still 2.2 seconds and falling from Dalton Tucker. Dalton getting the most camera time here tonight. He's looking for stage 2 win and coming to 13 laps to go for stage 2. And with that lead, he's got a pretty good chance of getting it, it looks like. I don't know. We may be having some problems here with my connection. I don't know. I hope it straightens out. Hopefully it's not too bad. But as that storm keeps getting closer, we're having more and more difficulty here. So again, I apologize. And if something does happen, I will try to get back just as quickly as I can. So if the stream stops all of a sudden, then you'll know I either lost my internet or my power. Like I said, we lost it last night for 2 hours. We were without power here. So, and I had a broadcast. And imagine this, it went out like 5 minutes before my broadcast was supposed to start. If even that, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, but it was close. Garoppolo, third place after starting fourth. Bruce Ackerman started fifth, running in fourth. Mark Arthur started seventh, running in fifth. Blade Timmons started 10th, running in sixth. Davey Hendrick started 21st. He's running in 7th. Good run for him. Probably the biggest mover out there right now. Nathan Shiflett started 12th, running in 8th. Joshua Mayu started 17th, running in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 of Joey Stats, starting 6th, but he's running back in 10th right now. All right, coming to 8 laps to go for the second stage.
Caution, yellow flag.
Uh-oh, we got a caution on the track. Oh my gosh, we got a bunch of them piled up into that one, folks. Uh-oh, let's go back and see. It was something here with Dustin Hall, I do believe. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here to Dustin Hall. And this was before the stage, too. He seems to be okay right here. And the thing of it is, this track's not quite as cleaning at... Oh, right there it is. Okay. That would be the 45 is the one that actually got into that. Let me see if I can find him here. Brian Jones looks like he may have made some contact. Oh, my gosh, yes. Oh, my. Yeah, there was a couple of them. Looks like they got... The 95 bounced off of the wall. Is what I'm seeing. Yeah, Alex Edelman looks like he bounced off the wall, and when he come down, he got right into the 45 there, Brian Jones, and that's what started the caution. And then, of course, a bunch more come along, and that's when it starts to really get ugly. And more trucks get involved, and the guys were trying to dodge it, slowing up and getting rear-ended. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, that hurt. Well, they do have resets, so they'll be able to come to pit road and get that truck looked at. So let's get back up here live. It looks like everybody come in but the leader? Huh? Wait a minute. Everybody, oh, okay, he's just going to stay out for track position, because the stage is going to come out here just in a couple of laps. So by the time they get back green, they'll have like 1 or 2 to go. And the thing of it is, with him staying out like that, that's keeping all the guys behind him that are laps down from getting a lap back. That means that only one of them guys will get a lap back. Don't think he's going to come in now. He's going to stay out. So, but first one off of pit road was Joshua Sousey. Yeah, Sousey off of pit road first. Bruce Ackerman, Mark Arthur, Nathan Shiflett, Blade Timmons, Trevor Roppolo, excuse me, Davey Hick, Joshua Banks. He's coming in. So we got a few guys that are coming in, but our leader, Dalton Tucker, staying out. All right, we caught up with Mark Arthur. Mark, you got some fans in chat rooting for you, saying that you got this win here tonight. How much have you been kind of dogging it here or taking it easy just to get to the end without any damage?
Yeah, I took it easy that first segment, Rudy, and I don't know, that those leaders have got some hellacious speed. The setup is tight as balls to me. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like a tight setup, so this thing is just like excruciating to me. I tried to go a little bit harder that second stage there, but it just seemed to just kill the tires. So look for me to kind of hang back there just like I did in the first stage, and when this last segment starts, and see if I can You know, we can't do the whole segment on fuel, so I'll see if I can get them on a little
Right.
longevity.
All right. Well, I just wanted to catch up with you real quick here and wish you the best of luck. And, man, go get them, because everybody in chat here is rooting for you.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right. All right. Well, very good. Mark going to be restarting in the 4th position, but man, he says he just don't think he's got anything for these guys up front here. They've just been like on rail. So, well, we are having some lightning hit around us here, folks. So, I just got my fingers crossed. I hope everything stays connected for me here. We're about to go back green. Restarting on lap 98. Now they're only going to go a couple of laps here, 2 or 3 laps, and then they're going to be on the stage 2 caution. So let's see what they got here. Pace car's in. Dalton Tucker, last segment there, he jumped it. There he goes again. Sousey a little bit better that time on that takeoff. And we are under green once again here, folks. Sousey, man, he would love to get up there and lead a lap. Couple of laps, here's all they got. Sousey to the bottom. Got them new tires, and I don't think Dalton Tucker's going to be able to hold them off. He is not. Man, that's the difference between new tires right there. Sousey leads his first lap of the race. Tucker going backwards now, holding up some traffic back here with some of these guys with these new tires. Oh my gosh, they're all over each other. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is unbelievable. Sousey gonna get the one to go here before the next stage caution.
Caution, yellow flag.
And there it is. So, all right. So we are under the caution once again here, folks. Believe that's what it was for. Yeah. So stage 2. That is our stage 2 winner right there. Joshua Sousey. Congratulations, Joshua. I don't know if I can find him in here. Let me see if I can find him. These guys are so spread out around here. Yeah, he's in here. Okay, hold on a minute, folks. All right, we caught up with the stage 2 winner, Joshua Sousey. Josh, man, oh man, it took you a while to get around Dalton Tucker there, but boy, that was the difference between new tires and old tires. He stayed out there for track position and didn't pit when everybody pitted. So now you're out front. You're obviously not going to pit here, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I thought about it, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, track position is pretty valuable. Well, you were staying right with Dalton pretty good there, a couple of seconds back. You think clean air is going to be a big factor here tonight for you?
It might be. It's hard to pass, but I know he's got really good pace too. I think he's just a tick better than me in 3 and 4. I haven't quite figured that out yet, and you know, a little bit better lap after lap after lap. It adds up over.
Well, how are you able to deal with that 26 mile an hour wind? I think it's still 26 mile an hour. I was looking at it here just a minute ago.
Yeah, it's
27.
It's a little crazy. It's loose off 2 and tight off 4. You know, that crosswind, and it's just something you know it's going to happen every lap, and you're just going to be ready for it.
Right. Well, congratulations again, Joshua, on your stage 2 win, and you guys get extra points for that, don't you?
Yeah, we get stage points, top 10, like real life.
Awesome. That's very cool. Well, that'll help you out in the points then a lot. I love the truck, man. Doritos. Who doesn't like Doritos, right?
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate it. I just wish Mark hadn't scooted in there in second. He's leading the points right now. I'm in second, so I got to get every point I can.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, good luck out there for round 3 here.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Very good. Well, congrats again to Joshua Sousey for stage 2. Well, again, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it there, folks. You can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. And hit that subscribe button if you don't mind, and give us a thumbs up on the video. We'd surely appreciate that. George, we lost power yesterday, George. That's why I couldn't do and it went out 5 minutes before my broadcast, and it didn't come back for 2 hours. And when I got back in there, the race was over. That's why it didn't get broadcast. So I apologize to everybody for that, but it was kind of out of my hands. You know, I don't have any control over Mother Nature, and we're having severe thunderstorms here right now. So I'm just crossing my fingers and my toes and my legs and my hair and my eyes and everything, just try to make sure we don't lose power or internet again here tonight. So, but yeah, that was the reason for last night. Sorry a lot of people tuned in to watch that too, and didn't happen. All right, so final stage setup here. We're going the rest of the way, all the way to the end. And so far we've had one caution. Other than the stage cautions, you can't count them. We've had 2 stage cautions. So other than that, we've only had 1 caution here tonight. That's pretty impressive. But only 2 lead changes. That was between Dalton Tucker and, well, I take that back. Dalton Tucker, Joshua Sousey, and I don't want to forget Dalton Tucker and Josh Conover. So actually, it should be 3 lead. Yeah, 3. Well, no, two lead changes, 3 different leaders. Okay, my bad. But yeah, only 1 caution. Not bad. All right, folks, here we go. Lights are out on the pace car. It's about to head to pit road. Let's see if Sousey gets that jump off the restart here. Pace car's in, and he does hit the loud pedal early. That's a good way to get a full shot right there away from everybody, man. I'll tell you what. Joshua Banks was another one that stayed out. Obviously for track position, because if you remember, folks, he was a lap down, and now he's back on the lead lap up here in 2nd place. So very impressive run for Joshua Banks. And look at him putting the pressure on Sousey. Holy smokes. Well, the thing of it is, if you're going to make that pass, you got to do it on them new tires, because once you get about 10 or 12 laps on them tires, they start going away, and it's going to be more and more difficult to make that pass complete. So he's taking a look. Sousey doing a little blocking right now. Man, if they got any closer together, it's just unbelievable right there. Right there on his tools. Yeah, on his tools. Matco tools. There you go. Right on his tools. Now, right on his bumper there, Ben, I'll tell you what, he's keeping it good. Man, he's keeping the pressure on. We got a pass for 3rd. Dalton Tucker coming into 3rd, passing Bruce Ackerman easily. A nice pass. Now he sets his sights on them front 2. He wants to get back to the front. He's got 4 fresh field goods underneath that right now, and he wants to run them guys down. He's got about a half as many green flag laps on them tires as those 2 up front do. They've got 14 laps. He's got 7 on them new ones. Now we got a 3-way battle for the lead here. Sousey, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold them 2 off. We still got 90 laps to go. Can he hold them up for 90 laps? Of course, they won't be able to make it the whole way on fuel. They'll have to stop one time for fuel, providing there's not a caution. I don't know what happened to Mark. Mark Arthur is all the way back in 14th. What? Mark, what happened there, brother? Whoa. Josh Conover, which led the first 2 laps of the race, now finds himself back in 12th. Got a lot of hard work to do to get up there to the front. He's running 5.3 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Banks was any closer to him, he'd be in the bed of that truck right now, I'm telling you. He's staying right with Sousy, waiting for Sousy to make a mistake. That's pretty much what it's going to take to make a mistake and somebody get their nose up underneath Sousy right now. There he gets a little bit of a break, a little bit of a pull away. Sometimes you figure out where your best throttle point is and you learn that. But Dalton Tucker sits right behind them two watching. Those guys pulled away from about 2.5 seconds ahead of Bruce Ackerman now. We got a few more taking their car behind the wall. Wow, a lot of them. Man, what the heck? We got a lot of them that have dropped out. Jackson Trin, Shane Weinmiller, Keegan Bitzer, Mark Brennenkamp, Brian Jones, Alex Trevis. All of them guys taking their cars behind the wall. Man. We're down to, look to me like we're down to about 21 drivers left on the track when we started with 31. Or 32, excuse me, 32. Colton Tucker makes that pass on Joshua Banks. Now sets his sights on Joshua Sousy. Sousy coming up on some lap traffic. Let's see how he's going to clear this. Passing Alex Edelman. Edelman out there trying to get some, maybe pick up a few positions. And now Dalton Tucker clears them. So does Joshua Banks. So Edelman goes another lap down, but he is trying to just pick up positions right now. He can pick up a, let's see, about 2 more positions here in the next 3 or 4 laps. Or 6 laps, I guess. So he'll go from 23rd up to 21st. And I don't know what happened to Joey's stats, but Joey went backwards, and he is about to go another lap down here. Sousy coming up on him big time. Dalton Tucker sitting there, he's probably sitting there going, man, that Sousy's fast. He is. They're both fast. They are both extremely fast. And I think why we're seeing Sousy being kind of, you know, pretty much faster than, well, not faster than, but equal pace there between him and Dalton Tucker right now is, I think, because Sousy's got that clean air on that truck, and I think that's what's making a difference. But his tires are 7 laps older than Dalton Tucker's, so it ain't going to be long here. Tucker's going to be reeling him in and making that pass on him. Oh, boy, more thunder. Uh-oh. It's pretty close to us here, folks, I'm telling you. It's right on top of us. We're in a really severe thunderstorm area right now. I wish these big thunderstorms would stop. kind of tired of him. All right, where's Mark Arthur back in 15th? And he's got damage on that truck, so that is definitely affecting how that truck is handling, I am sure. He's got front spoiler damage, grill damage, hood damage. That's got to really be affecting it. I mean, he's got to be watching them temperatures too. Make sure the temperatures don't go up on it. So, bad showing for Mark Arthur tonight. Dang. But these guys up front, this is turning into a great battle. Yep, great battle between these two leaders right now. Banks sitting back here, third place. Dalton Tucker got by him, but he's been hanging on to third. Very good after starting 32nd place, was a lap down, got that lap back, and come back onto the lead lap and running well now. Track position's everything here, folks. We know that. Bruce Ackerman. Running in fourth. Trevor Propolo, fifth place. Blade Timmons, he's been extremely good here tonight, staying inside the top 10. Looking to possibly make a pass on Trevor. If he can get to him, if he can get a nose up under him there, maybe. That could be a good battle for that fifth position. We'll stay on these guys for a minute because it looks like Blade might be closing in on them. He drives it into the corner pretty deep right there, but boy, you got to be awful careful driving it in too deep there, because when that washes up the hill, he could wind up getting into the back of Trevor and take them both out. Back here in 7th place, Torn Shirt and Nathan Shiflett. Nathan's been staying inside the top 10 for quite a while now as well. Josh Mayu coming from 17th to 9th. Just seems like he just can't better that position much more than that. Those guys up front are just that much faster. But he's running 6.8 seconds behind the leader. It started 17th, running in 9th. And Josh Conover, which started on the pole tonight, got the pole position, led the first couple of laps, and it was all Dalton Tucker after that. And speaking of which, Dalton Tucker just took the lead from Josh Sousey. I don't know if I can go back here and catch this. If I can, let me see if I can catch his pass. No, I guess I'm not going to be able to catch that pass. No, not going to be able to catch it. So, sorry, missed that pass. I was back in the field checking out some of the other drivers. Now, what's going to happen here when he comes up on all this lap traffic? Oh, my gosh. Oh, this could get ugly here. Oh, my gosh. Well, this is going to let Sousey close back up on him, but he seems to clear most of them. Now, Sousey's got to get around him. Here he comes up on another lap truck. And he seems to clear him pretty well, but it did let Sousey close that gap back up just a little. He still has not cleared all the drivers yet, though. Sousey got 29 laps led. That's great. After staying out there after everybody else pitted, that's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, don't forget, he's got about 7 lap older tires than Dalton Tucker does right now. Him and Joshua Banks sitting here both with 40 laps on them tires, and Dalton Tucker's got 33. And Dalton's already pulled out there to a second over Joshua Sousey. So he knows what that truck feels like in clean air. Got to feel so much different. Blade Timmons all over Bruce Ackerman, and that would be for the 4th position if he can make that pass complete. How much? Oh, a little bouncing off of each other there. Mark Arthur gets bounced out of the way. Lap traffic could come into play here. So far, so good. He's been able to hold off Blade. But yeah, Mark Arthur, boy, he got bounced right the heck out of the way there. I'm telling you. Mark running back in 15th. Well, Tucker and Sousy. And we're probably, I'm going to guess and say they're probably going to be thinking about pit stops here in the next 10 to 12 laps, I would think. And that should be their final pit stop of the day. Folks, if you're just joining us, we've had one caution here tonight. That was early in the race. And we've been green. Other than stage cautions, we've been green the whole way. A very good racing. Man, I am super impressed with this league. Yes. All right, down to 20 drivers left on the track. We only have 14 on the lead lap. Right now, the last one is Jason Conover. In 14th place, last car on the lead lap. That lap car there, Garrett Cobb trying to make a pass on him, but it's just so difficult to pass here. Yeah, Conover about 3/4 of a lap behind the leader right now. Wow, you had to have heard that thunder. Holy smokes, that was loud. Yeah, I just don't think anybody's got anything for Dalton Tucker, and he does clinch leading the most laps here tonight. He's got 110 laps led. Nobody can top that. So congrats to him for leading here tonight. The only thing I think he didn't get here tonight, well, he didn't get the second stage, but he didn't also get the pole position that he really wanted. But he started on the outside of the front row. That's pretty doggone good. Yeah. Super impressive. I don't really see any tight battles going on right now other than Trevor Ropolo now coming up on Bruce Ackerman, and that would be for 5th position if he can get to him and make that pass complete. Now, once these guys make their final pit stops, things are probably going to really start heating up a little bit. Probably going to start really getting into some super good racing. Orange shirts up to 7th. Josh Conover still hanging on in 10th place. Was our pole sitter tonight. Randy McCanny started 13th, picking up 2 positions since the start of the race. And we're just waiting on our final pit stops here, folks, so we can get this last segment in for you. If they'll get if they can make one more pit stop, they'll be able to make it the rest of the way. And I'm kind of thinking that it might be on about lap 150, but we may see some takers on that. And we may see some guys try to stay out. But the thing of it is, the longer you stay out when guys are pitting, the more they'll catch up to you. So it's all going to be kind of on Dalton Tucker right at the moment. Well, folks, join us here every Monday night for the NORA Truck Series, Triple Truck Challenge. This is race number 2. I forgot to look and see. I think next week they go... Where the heck was it they go next week? Oh, wait a minute. They're off. They're off next week. Yeah, they're off next week. But 2 weeks they'll be back, and we'll be going to Charlotte for 134 laps. So that'll be back here in 2 weeks. They're off next week. Sousy now 2.5 seconds behind Dalton Tucker. Wondering what he would have to do to get up there and grab this away from Dalton Tucker. That's a long straightaway. That's like a half a straightaway up ahead of him. We'll be able to see him up there. Yeah, he's about a half a straightaway ahead of him. Unbelievable, man. I'll tell you, Tucker, that truck is just on rails here tonight. Burn just not missing a beat here tonight. I haven't seen him like get loose or anything, hit the wall, or nothing's been happening. So, well, we've got a few takers on pit road. Blade Timmons and Bruce Ackerman come down pit road. Todd Schneider. But we do have a few that are coming down pit road. So, very good. So, pit stops are happening now, folks. Guys are starting to come in. They're at that 150 mark. They want to make it on the last 48, 50 laps on a fresh set of tires. Born Shirt's coming in, making his final pit stop. It ain't gonna be long. I think we're gonna see the leader come in here because, like I said, the longer he stays out there and the more guys that come in pit road and get fresh tires, the faster they're going to be. He's still passing cars. I mean, put Mark Arthur another lap down. Mark goes 2 laps down in 13th place. And here comes our leader to pit road. It looks like Joshua Banks is going to stay out to lead a lap. Our leader comes to pit road for his final time today. Got a few other guys on pit road here. Looks like Josh Conover, Joshua Sousy, Trevor is on pit road yet. Wow, he's been there for quite a while. Well, Tucker making his final pit stop. 4-tire change. Packing as much Sunoco fuel in that as he can get, and he is away. Well, the leader right now, Joshua Banks, he's coming in, giving up that lead. He actually put Tucker a lap down, but Tucker will get that lap back here in just a minute. So he comes into his pit stall. That gives the lead to Randy McCanney. And Randy leads his first lap of the race. Very good. Josh Mayu in. He's in as well. And it looks like everybody's going to be pretty much have made their final pit stops here. We got a couple more guys that need to come in. Jason Conover and Davey Hicks, I do believe, got to come in yet. Other than that, everybody has made their final pit stop here tonight. And here comes the leader in, Randy McCanney, coming in for his final pit stop. That'll give the lead to Jason Conover, and he's going to stay out there just long enough to lead a lap. I wouldn't be a bit surprised we see him come in on this lap right here. Yeah, he's dropping down, so he stayed out there long enough to lead a lap. That's great. Well, when this all shakes out, it's going to be Dalton Tucker back to the lead. As he comes around right now, he is going to pass up these guys that are on pit road. As Jason Conover's on pit road, Dalton Tucker will go back in the lead here, folks. Lengthy pit stop for Jason Conover. May have gotten caught speeding on pit road. Oh my goodness. This is not a good time for that. No. That was not a good time. Oh my. He is still sitting on pit road. All right, well, Sousy did come out off of pit road, and he will be in second, but he is 3.6 seconds, almost 3.7 seconds behind the leader right now. Blade Timmons with a great pit stop. He comes out third. Trevor Ropolo in fourth. Torn Shirt, he's pitted a little bit early, so he'll be in fifth. Joshua Banks just come off a pit road just moments ago, so he's going to have a little fresher tires. And in the long run, it could actually pay off for him. Oh, and he did pass up Torn Shirt there. Torn must have got, he was blinking, it looks like. Josh Conover picking up a few positions there on that last pit stop. So he's now in 7th place. How about Mark Arthur? He is the first truck a lap down in 10th. He just got passed up by Randy McKinney. Both of them 1 lap down. But not bad after all he's been through with that truck being torn up. Randy McKinney gets by him. So Randy actually would be the lucky dog right now if a caution would come out. You imagine this? Only 9 trucks are on the lead lap, folks. 9 trucks. And we started with 32, 31, 32. Unbelievable. 4.7 second lead over Joshua Sousy. Dalton Tucker leading 129 laps right now. What a dominating performance here tonight by Dalton Tucker. Dominating performance, definitely. He's definitely got a handle on this 1 mile oval here, even though we had 26, 27 mile an hour winds. I don't know what they're up to right now. Let's take a look. 25, so they have actually cooled down just a little bit, calmed down just a little. Track temperature dropped down to 78. So I wonder if that's maybe making a little bit of difference out there with these guys feeling the, how the truck's running out there, the grip-wise, and a lot more rubber being laid down on the track and everything. Oh, we got a spin! And that was the number 20 there. Randy McKinney went for a ride, folks. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened here. Looks like him and somebody else made contact. All right, looks like the number 98 there, that was Garrett Cobb. Let me see what happened here. He comes up on Garrett. And I don't know if he come up into Garrett or Garrett comes down into him, but they do make contact on the backstretch here. You'll see it in just a minute. Oh, Garrett come right over into him coming off of the corner. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't really think it's going to be a whole lot of damage to the truck. Looks like he kept it off the wall and everything. It was just the contact where they made contact when Garrett got into the side of him. And it was kind of a flat hit too. So I think Randy McKinney, I think, will be okay. But the bad part is he did lose that lucky dog position. So he will not be the way by. And the leaders coming down pit road. Everybody's coming in. I think that's a good call. Yes, freshen up them tires because this is going to be a good battle at the end. And heck, I think this is only... yeah, this is caution number 2 out here today, folks. Caution number 2 in 170 laps. Unbelievable. All right, everybody comes off of pit road. I'm not going to talk to anybody. I want everybody to stay focused here. This is going to be a nail-biting ender. I can see it. Can Dalton hold off these guys back here? I don't know, man. There's a We got a little bit of a change in venue up here in the front because Davey Hendricks is going to be second. No, he's coming to pit road. Okay. Blade Timmons will be second then. Joshua Banks, third. Josh has been working his way closer and closer to the front. Trevor Ropolo, whatever, will be in fourth. Torn Shirts in fifth. Josh Conover's sixth. Josh has kept that truck very clean today. Was started on the pole. Wanted to try to get to victory lane here today. We'll see if he can do it. Nathan Shiflett in seventh. Josh Mayu, eighth. Joshua Sousey now, after making that pit stop, is going to be all the way back in ninth position. So I don't know. We'll have to see if he can work up through that field and get up there to the leader, Dalton Tucker, and if he has anything for him when he gets there. Might be by the time he gets there, he's used up his tires. All right, looks like the lights are out. Lap cars are getting by the pace car. We're going to line them up here, get back going. You restart on lap 173. There'll be 28 to go when they get the green. Well, I hope everybody's enjoyed the show here tonight. I know it's been kind of a rough one from the booth here because of the lightning and thunder and everything that's hit us tonight, but we've survived it somehow, some way. I appreciate everybody being patient and staying with us there. Appreciate that. All right, folks, here we go. Pace car heads in. And Dalton Tucker hits that loud pedal, and look at Banks. He goes right with him.
Green, green, green.
I'll tell you what, Joshua Banks might be a sleeper here tonight, folks. I don't know. He's worked his way from 32nd to second. Can he get up there and do anything whatsoever with our leader right now? Like I said, if he's going to do it, he's got to do it early on them new tires, because once he gets some wear on them tires, it's going to be more and more difficult each and every lap to try to make that pass on Dalton. And here he is right there on the back bumper. Does he have anything for Dalton? Man, he's going to have to try the outside. It looks like he's going to go up there. I don't think that's going to work out too well unless he's going to diamond the corner and get the run off. Not that time. Didn't work. He goes to the inside. He's going to get it. Josh Banks to the lead. Dalton Tucker fought him up just as long as he dared and just couldn't do it anymore. Now, can Blade Timmons get by Dalton? What worries me is Dalton leading all of them laps. Got 138 laps under his belt and won the first stage and not going to win the race. Oh, unbelievable. After that great hole shot on that final green flag, and he's not going to win the race. Oh my gosh, these guys. Oh, contact, and I think that. Oh, they got it straight. No caution. No caution. You have got to be kidding me. I don't believe that went caution free. Holy smokes. We got to go back and look at that one more time, because Trevor Ropolo was actually sideways. I don't know how that did not bring out a caution, but it didn't. Looks like he had to check up there because Dalton Tucker got up. He got up, kind of closed up on Dalton Tucker. And coming into the corner, this is where him and the 33 there of Torn Shirts made contact. A couple other guys got a little sideways. He got sideways again and get plowed into by the 02. Oh my gosh. That was horrible right there. But he gets it back going. Oh man, can you believe it? Man, we got a brand new sheriff in town, folks. Brand new sheriff in town, Joshua Banks, trying to come home with the win here tonight at Dover. And he's coming to get, let's see, it'll be 20 to go next time by. 2 cautions here tonight, folks, in 180 laps. I'll tell you what, that just shows the skill that this league has right here. These guys are, wow. I mean, in these trucks are, since a couple of builds ago, have been really kind of difficult to drive. And these guys have just done an amazing job here tonight. Dalton Tucker's going to finish in a 3rd position. I'm sure it's not where he wants to finish after leading 138 laps here tonight. But it's not over, folks. 20 to go. A lot could happen in 20 laps. You just never know. Josh Conover into 4th was our pole sitter. Torn Shirt there after having contact with Trevor Ropolo. He seems to be okay. His truck doesn't seem to be hurt that bad, so he may be okay. Josh Sousey now has worked himself back up into 6th place, so he's doing quite well. He restarted way back, if you remember, way back in like 14th, and has worked his way up to 6th. But to get the rest of the way, you just never know. Jason Conover in 7th place. Martin Plute, 8th. Excuse me. Jason Conover in 7th. Martin Plute, 8th. Davey Hendrick in 9th. And we may see some passing going on here. Ropolo back in 10th place now with heavy damage on that truck. That front end's got a lot of damage on it. You can see the fender sticking up in the air. Not a good thing. Nathan Shiflett right behind him. He's got damage, but a lot of these guys behind him have gotten damage through some of these wrecks. Randy McKinney. Randy actually running the first car lap down. Was the one that had the contactor just a little bit ago. Bruce Ackerman, 13th. Mark Arthur in 14th. Jake Boyer, 15th. And Todd Schneider, 16th. Joey Stats is trying to pick up maybe another position here. There's just enough laps for him to pick up one more position as Josh Mayu took his car behind the wall. So, yeah, there's a good race in here. And, man, I'm telling you, Joshua Banks comes out of the gate swinging here. He says, man, okay, this is my segment to win. Everybody else has been winning. I came from 32nd place, was a lap down at one time, got his lap back, got back up inside the top 10, and has not looked back since then. He has just been on rails now. Now that he's out there in front, feeling that clean air for the first time on the nose of that Chevrolet. Lay Timmons, I don't know if he's got anything for Josh, but I think Josh is kind of pacing himself right now. They've got 12 laps to go here. They do have green-white checkers if they need them. But as it's turning out right now, the way this race has gone with 2 cautions here tonight, it's been an extremely clean race here tonight. And even having to deal with that 26, 27 mile an hour wind. That's just been relentless out here tonight. Let's see what the wind's up to now or down to. I'm not sure which. See, it's still 26 mile an hour. It's been kind of bouncing between 25 and 27. So I don't know how these guys have been dealing with that. Man, that's just got to be like a thorn in your side of that wind just constantly blowing. All right, here comes Josh up on some lap traffic. Let's see how he navigates them. If they're going to get out of the way, it looks like the 86 gets out of the way, and he will clear him. Now he's still got about 3 or 4 more up ahead of him. 8 gets out of the way there. Tyler Hargrove lets the leader by. Good respect on the track. I see that. Man, that's pretty awesome. Yes, sir. All right, coming up on the 46 next. That is Trevor Baker. Trevor just out here trying to maybe pick up another position, which he will on this lap. He'll pass up Dustin Hall and go into 23rd. So very good. Picks up 1 position from Dustin Hall. And boy, it just seems like Joshua Banks, everybody's been very respectful, giving him plenty of room to pass. He's still running about 1.3 seconds ahead of Blade Timmons, and Timmons just cannot get there. He's got to go by all that lap traffic as well, and it's going to be very difficult for him to get by a lot of them. And he may not even try. He might just say, you know what, I can't do anything with Joshua Banks up there. I'm just going to ride this out there. He got 6 laps to go. He'll just ride it out for 2nd place. But after Dalton Tucker leading 138 laps, now he's back in 3rd, cannot get back to the front, running out of time and horsepower under that thing and grip of the tires. Little damage on that right rear, which doesn't spin, doesn't hit anything. He's got this all in the bag right now. This is awesome running for Joshua Banks, coming from a lap down. Started 32nd place. Proves you don't have to start on the pole to win the race, right? Very good, man. I'm telling you what, he's got to be mighty proud of himself for this run that he's had here tonight. This has been really amazing. All right, 2 to go. 2 laps to go. The 2.5 second lead over Blade Timmons. Coming to get the white flag this time by. There will be no green-white checkers here tonight, folks, as Joshua Banks takes the white flag for the final time around over here. The final time into 1 and 2. And the final time down the backstretch. Here he goes. Going to bring it to victory lane here tonight with 2 more turns under his belt. Into 3. Out of 4. And on to the final stretch here to the checkered flag. Joshua Banks wins it here tonight. Congratulations to Joshua Banks. Great win. Well, folks, we'll get these guys up here in just a minute and talk to them and see if we can get a word in with all of the top 3. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Joshua Banks. Holy smokes, Joshua. You started 32nd on the field tonight. And I think weren't you a lap down at the beginning?
Yeah, we got a little internet
Yeah.
issue at the beginning, so we had to fight back from being a lap down.
I'm telling you, man. Well, I've been struggling a little bit here as of the last part because we're having some severe thunderstorms here, and it's been touch and go. But man, you worked your way all the way from 32nd position. Tell me about what this feels like here to win.
Dude, I tell you, I love this track. Dover's one of my favorite tracks. And when it started out, I was like, dang it, I'm going to have hopefully maybe a decent run. But never would I have thought I would have been able to be up front. And I honestly have to give out to Dalton there because he was the one who had this thing beat. I feel like he would have won this race, but I heard he had a little issue or something, being door slammed, and it caused the truck to just go haywire. So apologies to him. I mean, I know he had the win, but I hate it. But on the bright side, on my end, I'm just happy to come out with a win here, man. It's freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know he did have them. I mean, he led 138 laps, and I'll tell you, there's nothing more that leaves like a stick in the eye than having to lead that many laps and not win the race. I get that, but man, I'll tell you, you had to have been awful strong to come from 32nd and win this tonight.
I mean, we got to learning how the truck was riding in the front row, at least when we were a lap down, and then working through traffic and learning everything, what we needed to do, what the lines needed to be run. Now, once we got up front, of course, we were on a little older tires, but still we weren't the strongest, obviously, but we still come out prevailed winning. So I can't argue with that. It's been awesome. I'm excited, man. I can't tell you.
Well, who you got to thank for this victory here before you go celebrate it?
Oh, man, just got to shout out to my sponsors, man, Matco Tools. I work for them, so got to put them on the truck, sponsor them and everybody. So shout out to them, and shout out to you guys for coming on board for broadcasting our series here. This is awesome. We greatly appreciate it. And then, of course, our admin, Josh Conover, for doing an awesome job what he does with this league. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to the next time we go here.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, you did an amazing job here tonight. So go celebrate them. Crack open a cold one, or maybe a glass of milk, or however you want to celebrate.
I'm going to take a shower first because I'm sweating like a dog, brother, man.
I'll bet you are, man. I'll tell you, that would be awful nerve-wracking. Well, congratulations, man. You didn't lead a whole lot of laps, but you led the final one, and that's the only one that counts, right?
Yes, sir. That's all that counts, man. I appreciate it, brother.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. Josh Conover comes home second tonight. Josh, man, after starting on the pole tonight, and you still wound up coming home second, how did you manage that? It was guys getting a little bit loose out there, a little haywire at the very end, or what?
Oh yeah, there was a little bit of, I haven't seen it yet, but I don't know if it was netcode or a racing deal or whatnot. But a couple guys got together there, probably about 20 to go or so. I got from like 7th or 8th or so up to 4th or 5th. Got by Torrin, and then I was trying to run Dalton down, and like I said, I haven't seen the wreck that he was in either, but he got into a wreck, and I got the 3rd, and then me and Blade, I was gonna try and nail 1 and 2 and get a run on him and go low, and I figured he was gonna block, and I kind of used some of the apron to get to his left rear, but hopefully, no ruffled feathers there. I thought it was a heck of a finish. I can't wait to go back and look at it.
Yeah, it was. This was a great race, man. Only 2 cautions here tonight. Man, the level of talent that I've seen out here tonight, and how you guys dealt with that 20, it was going anywhere from 25 to 27 mile an hour winds. I don't know how you dealt with that. So the level of talent that you guys showed out there tonight was absolutely unequaled. It was just absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like this, man. This was, because we know how difficult these trucks can be to drive at times, since a few builds ago. And the way you guys run there tonight, that was just amazing.
I know it bit me there early in the beginning. Just like I said, it was weird. I know we talked pre-race, like 1 and 2 obviously drove different than 3 and 4 because the way the wind was coming across the track, and it just, I lost my marking by that little bit, and ended up putting it in the fence, and I had I think 30 seconds of damage, and
wow,
that kind of put me behind the 8 ball. But it was. I know we have a good group of guys, but Dover being Dover, to be honest with you, I didn't expect only the 2 cautions, but even
Right.
then, I am thoroughly impressed. I am happy with how tonight went, and I'm just speechless, really, too. Like I said, I can't
Yeah.
really express more than that, to be honest with you.
No, well, I'll tell you what, great job out there. Well, what's it mean to you to grab a second place after starting on the pole tonight and having those difficulties and overcoming them?
To be honest with you, again, to even get the pole was a shock to me, especially with Dalton. I mean, he was the class of the field. Banks is a rookie with us this year, but he's got speed every week. Susie was quick in practice, so to be in front of them and to even lead a lap and get that one extra bonus point helps.
Yep.
I think I'm down 7th or so in points, so it'll definitely help. Hopefully, move up some more. It's like you said, kind of just a rebound from all that and get up to second. Like I said, that finish with Blaze probably the best I've had all year and the most fun. So, good night. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, I know I talked to Dalton there before the race, and he said that his goal was he wanted to start on the pole. He didn't quite do it. It was closer. I think it was like 11/1000th of a second that you beat him by. It was pretty close, but it was enough to start him on the outside. You led the first couple of laps, and did you just kind of let him go, thinking that he was quicker, or did you let him go because you didn't want to wear your tires out?
Well, at first I thought I was playing the tire game, and like I said, I was surprised to even beat him in qualifying. So, like I said, I got my
Uh,
lap led, and I was kind of just, go ahead. I'm not really gonna fight you. It's still
yep.
early. And then we pitted. I looked at my tires, and I think my right front was like 52 or something. I was like, ooh, yeah, I wasn't saving too much. But yeah, like the original plan, like I said, I was gonna try and save and let him go. And then, like I said, I looked at my tires, and I was like, yeah, you're not saving there, smart guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, good job here tonight, coming home second after starting on the pole. That's a pretty impressive run, Josh. That Josh Banks, though, I'm telling you what, coming from 32nd, and he was even a lap down, and he come up there and won. Wow, man, that's impressive.
Yeah, I know him. He threw put, I think, right before qualifying, and then Joe Burchett
Yeah.
missed our little driver meeting, so they both started from pit road. And Banks was
Wow.
almost actually 2 laps down by the time he got on the track. And
Dang, I'm telling
it's like I said, him and then Burchett, I think, got caught in a wreck, so he left. But anytime they're in your race, you're in for a battle. Those two are probably some of the top talent we have. So
you. Yep.
it, I expected him to come up front to win. Maybe not, I'll be honest, but
Yeah.
I think it's just back-to-back wins for him. I think he won Richmond a couple weeks ago, but
Sure.
he's getting momentum at the right time. We're starting to head towards the back half of the season. He's getting, the extra points because of the triple truck challenge stuff.
Yep.
He's peaking at the right time.
Well, who you got to thank for the second place then?
You for jumping on for the broadcast, first of all. I know, like I said, I love going back and watching. I'm sure tonight's going to be a good one to go back and watch. My Flatline Motorsports teammates, I had Susie and Boyer tonight. Susie was running up front most of the night. I think he got some damage, came home 4th, so not a bad night overall. Boyer was 14th, so again, basically a full field, I think. Not a terrible night overall. Just like I said, just thrilled with how tonight went as a team, and then as a league owner too. You can't ask for much more.
Yeah. Well, there may be a skip in the broadcast. I don't know because it's storming like crazy here right now, Josh. I'm telling you, man, it's been lightning and thundering for like almost an hour now. And I did drop a few frames, but I don't think it cut off at any time. But it might get a little choppy right in the middle somewwhere. I don't know. I can't guarantee it. There's nothing I can do about it. I got no control over Mother Nature, But
Yeah, I think I
well,
was battling the same thing.
yeah,
They said I was blinking during the race, and I've never
yep,
blinked since I got my computer one time. So I was like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know
No,
what to do.
it's that time of the year, these spring storms that we're getting is just unbelievable. But well, you guys go to Charlotte in 2 weeks. Now you're off next week, but you guys go to Charlotte in 2 weeks. So what's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, kind of the same strategy. For some reason, I haven't figured out the new version of Charlotte. I guess the reconfigure or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I can't get the speed. I've always been more of a long run guy, but like I said, even long run, I can't figure it out yet. So we'll have to turn some laps and
Right.
see where we end up, I guess.
All right, Josh. Well, congrats on second tonight. Good luck in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, at Charlotte, and go celebrate that second place, man. I think that was a well-deserved win. Win to you after starting on the pole and finish second. That's pretty good. It's almost like a win.
Yeah, I'll take it. Like I said, I think when we talked before, I had told you to, trucks might be the quote unquote development series, for some leagues and whatnot, but I would put this up there with our Cup series as far as the talent level. So anytime you can even get podium, it's a heck of a night.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Josh, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Blade Timmons, you got a copy.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Well, the contact there between you and Josh at the very end of that race, tell me about it.
Yeah, I seen him coming on the relative coming out of 2, and I knew I got a little tight coming off 2, so I knew he was gonna get the run, and I tried to block him all the way down, and I expected a little contact, so I wasn't really mad. It's a racing deal. It's the last lap, last corner, so I expected it, and I wasn't even mad about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you stayed inside that top 10 all night long, so you deserve that top 3 finish for being on the podium here tonight, I got to say. Well, now I'm going to ask you the same thing. What was your thoughts on when you come in here tonight, seeing this 25 to 27 mile an hour winds blowing? Were you concerned about what your truck was going to feel like on the track?
No, not really, man. Tonight I just focused on long run speed. I didn't have the short run speed, hence why I qualified in 10th or either 11th. I can't remember, but I'm good on long runs. I like to save tire and be there at the end of the run on stages and the final run, and that's about it. I didn't really focus on much else, but trying to make a clean and fast long run.
Very good. All right, well, you guys go to Charlotte in 2 weeks, a mile and a half track compared to a mile here tonight. What can you use that you learned tonight to take onto that mile and a half track in 2 weeks?
Oh man, I just like Josh said, man. I ran that new Charlotte configuration or whatnot a couple weeks ago, and I like he said, I have no speed there either. So I'm gonna have to do some practicing and try to get a game plan down because the short run speed ain't there.
Yep. Yeah. And I know some guys that can run that track and they love it, and some guys like the older version of it, but they're really just we're stuck with it. That's where it's going to be. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Now we just got to learn it. We all cut our teeth on the old original Charlotte. We all cut our teeth on it going through, up through the ranks and into iRacing and stuff. So we knew that track inside out, no matter what truck or car or anything you rode on it, and now
Absolutely.
it's like a whole new learning curve now, So,
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yep. All right. Well, who you got to thank for your third place before you get out of here?
Man, I'd like to thank you for being up there in the broadcast booth tonight, and Josh for hosting or running a tight ship in a good league, and also I'd like to thank my Outlaw teammates. We ran good. We strategized together tonight, so it helped out a lot. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, Blade. Well, thanks for talking with us. Congrats on third. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks at Charlotte.
All right, man. I appreciate it. You have a good night.
All right. You too, brother.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, folks. Let's run down through the final results here. Get out of here before the storm gets any worse. All right. Joshua Banks comes home with the win here tonight. Josh Conover will finish second. Blade Timmons third. Joshua Sazi will finish in fourth. Dalton Tucker leading the most laps here tonight, but having that, I guess, some side damage on his car or something there just slowed him down just enough. Sazi did get by him there on the last couple of laps, and Dalton finishes in fifth. Torn Shirts in sixth place. Jason Conover in seventh. Davey Hendricks, eighth place. Martin Plute in ninth. Nathan Shiflett will finish in 10th place. Randy McCanny, 11th. Bruce Ackerman in 12th. Mark Arthur, 13th. Jake Boyer, 14th. Todd Schneider will finish 15th. Trevor Ropolo will finish 16th. Joey Stat, 17th. Josh Mayu, 18th. Garrett Cobb, 19th. Thomas McMullen, 20th. Tyler Hargrove in 21st. Trevor Baker, 22nd. Alex Edelman will finish 23rd. Dustin Hall, 24th. Jackson Trenny will finish in 25th. Shane Weinmiller will finish 26th. Keegan Bitzer, 27th. Mark Bremkamp, 28th. Brian Jones, 29th. Adam Trevis will finish in 30th. Joe Burkett will finish 31st, and Colin Hudson 32nd on the field. The rest of them, they did not run. They were the official admins out there tonight. And they did an amazing job, too. The admins never seem to get enough thank yous for all that. So I'm giving them a shout out. But anyhow, congratulations to our winner here tonight, Joshua Banks. And folks, thanks for sticking with us there. Sorry about the bumps in the road with the weather tonight, but kind of out of my control, you know. All right, well, folks, we'll catch you next time here on MaxSpeedTV. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.